Marauders, welcome back to the channel. I'm riding a 2025 Harley Davidson Breakout, cousin of the 2025 Harley Davidson Fat Boy. Probably more interested in the Fat Boy. These forward controls always get me screwed up on these bikes. It is so weird for me to sit on a Harley upright with no fairing, because I'm used to road glides when I'm on a Harley, to be on a Harley with no fairing and a fat rear tire. Even maneuvering slowly around this parking lot, I can feel that rear tire fights you a little bit on that simple little left turn I made. Probably should adjust my mirrors, although they look pretty good. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. Okay. Toe got caught underneath the shifter a little bit. Feel for the brake. I'm going to put my foot not underneath the shifter, but try to do it on the side of it and shift it with the lip of the sole of my boot, which is much nicer. Oh jeez. I'm not big on forward controls, but for one, the fit for me on this bike, you're a little canted forward with these bars. The fit for me is beautiful. The engine is beautiful. The engine is very, very nice. Okay, here we go, our first big turn. Am I gonna fight the steering on this? Oh, fight that tire, fight that tire, fight that tire. Yeah, you feel that rear tire, that 240 rear tire, you feel it on the turns. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. You feel her, she's pulling on you a little bit. Speedometer is easy to read. The Fat Boy speedometer is here. This speedometer is up here. They're both about 4 inches, similar displays. This one is, although my camera gets in the way of it, no doubt about that. She really clunks. The engagement when you shift is very nice. Definitely more abrupt. I don't want to say abrupt, a firm clunk. Not bad, not bad at all, but when you shift, it's a firm clunk. Maybe because I'm not used to this forward control on this 117 engine. I gotta extend my camera. We get out here. I'm in road mode. It has rain mode. Cruise on. Set to cruise. We're on cruise. Oh, we got a little bump here, but a bump, and we're on gravel. Okay, so let's put it in neutral. Oh, she is so light. She is so light. All right, we'll do a quick walk around. I'm going to put this camera boom out. 117 engine, new for this had last year 117 engine, but it was new, not the new M8 that's on the road glides and street glides. So now this has 104 horsepower. I think 124 foot-pounds of torque. In soft tails like the Street Bob will have, I think, 94, 98 horsepower engine. Lowrider S and Lowrider ST will have, I think, 112 horsepower engine, a little more torque. This is what the engine Harley thinks is best fitting for this bike, and they also put this engine on the Fat Boy and on the Fat Boy Gray Ghost, which is a beautiful motorcycle. Two into two exhaust, which actually sounds beautiful. It does have an adjustable rear shock on it. I believe it's probably like the Fat Boy. There's some type of screw mechanism under the seat. I'm not going to pull the seat on this demo ride. Big difference between this bike and the Fat Boy. I think this has a nicer seat, more comfortable seat. This has a 34-degree rake to make it look more like a chopper, and it also has a 21-inch front tire, where I think the Fat Boy has an 18-inch front tire, and it's much flatter. This is a 130 tire on the front of it, 21-inch rim, so it is meant to look like a chopper. Narrow tire, does not have the beer cans, the wide forks on the front for a fat tire like the Fat Boy has. They do have a similar light, but the Fat Boy will have that housing around it. The rear ends are extremely similar, if not exact, with that big 240 fat tire. All right, let's continue the ride. I am more interested, I'll turn my hazards off, I'm more interested in the Fat Boy than I am this motorcycle. Oh, single disc on the front of the bike, and I'm in road mode, and this throttle is sensitive in road mode. Now I found especially when I did that Sportster S video, when I did that Sportster S video, you do have to get used to the forward controls if you're not used to them. It's similar to the Sportster S's, you have to lean a little bit forward, but I had to max out the suspension preload on the Sportster S. That's when I really enjoyed it. General positioning for this is a cruiser bike. They call it a chopper style, factory chopper design. First take on it is it's Harley craftsmanship all over it. It's just beautiful motorcycle. I have to get used to that forward. I like the clear visibility on the bike. Some people tour, you can put clip-on windshields on these bikes for wind protection if you're touring on them. Oh, by the way, big thank you to the owners, Joe and Scott of American Harley Davidson, Gio, head salesman, Terry is salesman, also, for allowing me to share this motorcycle with you. Please contact them if you're interested in a Harley Davidson Erie Road in Tonawanda, New York. Very nice people. They'll take care of you. So thank you, American Harley Davidson. This is a late spring, summer, in my opinion, late spring, summer, early fall bike because there's no wind protection on it. Let's lug it. We're in 6th gear, and she just 50 miles an hour, 1700 RPM. I'm sure it's geared very similarly to my Road Glide. I'm sure the RPMs on the highway are the same. Let's drop her into 3rd. She dances, guys. She just dances. Beautiful motorcycle. Let's put her in sport mode. I wouldn't do a thing to this engine. I don't even think I'd touch the exhaust. The exhaust is outstanding. The exhaust is outstanding. I'm riding along the creek. Braking, not terrible, but it's definitely not the braking that I have on my Road Glide. It's actually good. It's not the braking I have with the Benbro brakes on my CVO Road Glide is actually excellent. But this is more than enough for this bike. Remember, this bike weighs, it's lighter than the definitely fighting that rear tire. Not bad though. It weighs under 700 pounds. I want to say this bike is 693 pounds. And the Fat Boy is like 10 pounds heavier, 696 pounds. So they're sub 700 pound bikes. Road Glide is probably 850 pounds roughly, and I don't know if this has hill hold. I don't think it does. Road Glide is approximately 850 pounds with my tour pack on it. Ooh, a little bumpity bump there. Yeah, she's more than enough. Tremendous power, torque, more than enough. More than enough. More than enough. Great cruiser style bike. Just great. Ton of power. This bike from a stock has this, and this is oil cooled. It's not water cooled like the Street Glide and Road Glide. This is oil cooled. It has a radiator behind the front tire, but has roughly the same horsepower and torque of a Road Glide and Street Glide 2024 and 2025. CVOs have, I think my CVO has 112, this is 104, and then the ST, I want to say, has 120 horsepower, and we won't get into the RR. I think that's 150 if I remember right. No, I don't think any dealer in our area got an RR. The ride is excellent. When I took a Sportster out, when the suspension wasn't adjusted, I hit a gap in a bridge, and it jolted my back, no doubt about it. The ride on this bike is excellent. Excellent. A very nice open motorcycle. Definitely, you know, you're on a Harley Davidson. You definitely get used to this, the tire on the back of this bike. You definitely get used to it, but you do feel it. You do feel it on these turns, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. The engine, the power on the engine is, unless you're trying to keep up with Ducatis and Japanese bikes, power is superb, the torque is superb. The seat is very comfortable, frankly. Seat is very comfortable. Again, you're canted forward in the rider position. The rider triangle is excellent for a cruiser motorcycle. The looks, this and the Fat Boy might be the best looking Harley Davidson's made. Cruise control, 3 different ride modes: rain, road or street, and sport. I'm in sport now. I typically put it in road when I'm in parking lots or towns, and then put it on sport when I'm riding. I like a little desensitized throttle when I'm in parking lots or towns for maneuvering. I give this bike an A. An A for a cruiser style bike. The only 2 bikes that might compete with of course, a Fat Boy, right? We're not going to doubt that. I'm just using the rear brake. So a Fat Boy might, and here's a little bumpity bump. A Fat Boy might compete with this bike. Well, a Fat Boy does compete with this bike, although it's not going to have the chopper style look. The other motorcycle is a Triumph Rocket. BMW is struggling with their cruisers bike. I don't think an R18, they're struggling with those in sales. Definitely people are not thrilled with that motorcycle. A big one that I need to ride is a Triumph Rocket, the Triumph Rocket. No doubt I have to look at that bike. And again, people who comment on Harley Davidson, they don't really make a sport, well, they don't make a sport bike. They do make a heavyweight adventure bike that is not the best heavyweight adventure bike, but it's still excellent. Still excellent. And some people have no issues with a Pan American as an adventure bike and are quite successful riding it off-road. It was a leader with the electronic suspension on the adventure bike, and lowering, and it's a great engine. Is almost as powerful as any adventure bike. I think only a Ducati has more horsepower than a Pan America with a Rev Max engine. This motorcycle is the fit and finish on it is outstanding, and this is their baseline color on the bike. I do have it in tack. The tack is on. That's how I like it set up. Maybe when I pull over, we'll look at all the other settings you can have cruising along. I like this to cruise along the canal. Just beautiful. I'm in 5th gear, just lugging this bike. Little heat now, starting to get, it's probably about 69, 70 degrees. Little heat on my butt, not a lot, but I will kudos to Harley. This seat is very comfortable, very comfortable. I'm thinking, what a beautiful motorcycle. And if you have this bike, are you lucky? If you have this bike, you are very lucky. And the ride, the ride on a soft with these big rear tire, the ride is actually, except those bumps at that intersection, the ride is very nice. Let's quiet her down. Please consider subscribing to the channel, sharing the video with a friend, and liking the video if you like it. Also, big thank you to American Harley Davidson, North Tonawanda, New York on Erie Avenue for allowing me to share this bike. Please talk to Gio if you're interested in purchasing a Harley Davidson or any of their used motorcycles. Excellent. Just an excellent motorcycle. I think this is my turn up here. Gotta love that. What a beautiful looking bike. Beautiful looking bike. So that's what this bike is meant to emulate. See the forward rake on it and the big tire? Beautiful. Well, I can't pull into my trailer company. So I'm in RPMs here, you see it? I don't know what FR is at all. FR31, I don't know what that is. Range says I have 43 miles on my range. I believe that's what that RR is. That's how many miles are on the bike. This is the trip miles, trip B, the time, back to the RPM, which I like. Let's look at the ride modes. We have an S for sport, cloud raining for rain, and that's for street. Let's put it back in street. Marauders, hope you enjoyed the video. That's it, guys. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Thank you, American Harley Davidson. Beautiful bike.